All right. So let me lower these frequencies. Not everybody can, some people have sound sensitivities and I don't want to make people crazy. So basically, it's not I'm being guided to do a reading. This one will be Cartomancy reading. I was gonna do just a straight, Cartomancy reading, but I'm being guided to use my Oracle of Heaven and Hell deck as the opener. Oh, already. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna ask, please, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, that you help me to receive clear, truthful messages to help the collective or the person who this is meant for reach their highest good and heal any negative energies, monitoring spirits, deceptive spirits. Father God, I ask that you immediately block and bind and return to the sender those spirits. I ask this in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, by whose authority we may cast out unclean, deceptive, and evil entities from our space. Stop. In the name of Yeshua, Halalanti Kana Halasea, I ask that you clear the energy here and that you calm this all down, Father God. And I thank you for using me to send messages of healing to those who need them. Okay, I was guided to pull the angel cards. These popped up immediately before I could even really get started. I'm going to go ahead and being guided to take them, so I'm going to take them. I have both an angel and a devil. I don't know why, but I'm going to read it. Yeah, hi. Okay. Um, I'll come down for it after this reading, okay? I'm doing a reading, so I'll come down for it after, all right? Thank you, baby. So we have Aladia, Divine Grace, number 10. This is the Oracle of Heaven and Hell by Travis McHenry. Hey! Stop. And we have Traitors and Conspiracies. I'm not going to say the name of the spirit. I'll hold it up for you. Number 26. Okay. So I'm learning. So we'll see what that's about. Number 10, Aladia, the favorable God. We invoke Aladia through Psalm 23. Psalm 33:22. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. People born under this angel's influence enjoy good health, are happy in their enterprises, and esteemed by those who know them and frequent sophisticated societies. Aladia protects those guilty of hidden crimes, governs rage and pestilence, and cures diseases. He's the sole guardian of those born between 3 and 3:20 a.m., a moral guardian of those born on March 29th, June 9th, August 20th, October 31st, or January 11th, and the physical guardian of those born between May 4th and May 8th. So, I don't know who the questioner is or who this is for, but this is a cherubim, and apparently he is holding the pillow that's held at weddings with the rings on it. Divine union, divine grace. Okay, so I don't know if this has to do with the relationship, a marriage, a soon to be marriage, a married couple, a committed or relationship. Um, what stuck out at me just now is that he does govern rage. He governs rage. So if there's been some anger, some issues in the relationship, he handles people keeping their cool. So keeping their cool, dealing with one another respectfully in the marriage, in the union, is something that is coming to me right now. Okay. Number 10, they like to say that 10 is the number of completion. It actually is not, it's the number of completion going into a new beginning. Because in the number 9, we kind of complete our stuff and then we add one, which we get 10. That completes the cycle, but the 0 also brings us into the new cycle. So this is the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, having to do with the marriage or relationship. It doesn't mean a breakup, but it's a change. I'm getting. Um, and then we also, and I've never gotten a demon or devil as the top one, but I did this time, and I'm gonna take it. And this deals with traitors and conspiracies. Okay, according to this, anyway. We'll take a look at it. Number 26. Number 26. I'm not going to repeat the spirit's name because I'm not invoking it. I'm not going to do that. The 26th spirit is a duke, okay, has a duke status, is a strong, great, and mighty duke who appears in the form of a dragon with 3 hands, one like a dog, one like a griffin, and one like a man. He speaks with a high and comely voice, can change the places of the dead, and cause the spirits that are under him to gather together upon graves and tombs. He gives riches to people and makes them wise and eloquent, and he gives true answers to your questions. He governs 30 legions of spirit, and he is a servant of those born between July 23rd and July 27th. Okay, honey, I'll lower it. I think the frequencies are. I play background stuff and sound frequencies, and sometimes it bothers the dog because they're different. Their ears are different. So we have under Eladia, if you were born between 3 and 3:20, or the person or you're asking about, or the situation you're asking about occurred between 3 and 3:20 a.m. The moral guardian of those born on March 29th, June 9th, August 20th, October 31st, January 11th. Physical guardian May 4th and May 8th. May 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then this one, July 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So this number here reduces to an 8. 26 reduces to an 8. 8 is the number of abundance, infinity, and abundance. So together, uh, stop, stop. Together they make a 9. Near the end, again, a completion of a cycle just before the beginning of a new one. Okay. Okay, we got it. So let's see. I'm going to look up more on these angels and spirits a little bit later, but I was guided to pull them and they pop right out for me, and they are the ones whose energies are guiding this reading. I'm just going to put my cards, I don't want nothing to happen. I'm protective of my cards. I especially like this deck. It's based on the Kabbalic stuff. I kind of dig it. Okay. So next I'm going to pull angel number messages. I'm going to ask these 2 angels, Eladia and the spirit Bune. Can you tell us, and they're on the appropriate side, they came on appropriate sides too. What general message or advice or focus do you want to give us for this reading? I ask this in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And I just got a confirmation. Allah yana Allah say Allah yana Allah she. Inya mahala yana Allah she. They always come. I believe that it's someone praying through me. That's the feeling I get. Angala yana Allah she kala yana Allah shamina Allah. Where Allah means God. Inni hala yana Allah she Allah kina Allah she. Okay, see what we got. We have three. Okay, so the first one is in 88, which falls in with the 8. I am wealthy. You are on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. You will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement, all of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. The next one. Number 22. I am aligned. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you want. Okay, we got some good manifestations coming up. 3. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversations and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. I am charismatic. This is the message. Stop calling for me. I know I'm mom. Stop. What is it that you want? You're hungry? You were just given dog food. She's very spoiled. Whoever had her last gave her lots of people food. She's had a rough time. Yeah, she's a rescue dog and she's had a rough time, so they probably loved her up extra, right? But I'm doing a reading. Yeah, I'm doing a reading and you need to stop. Be good. Donovan, where are you? Are you in your room or are you downstairs? Can you please let Nisha go downstairs and can you bring me my food up? She's antsy right now. Ankala Ela Anas. Ogianahala Kianahasing. Yeah, yeah, bring her down. Let her go down. She wants to go chill downstairs for a little bit. But don't let her in stuff what she's not allowed in. Can you bring me my food? I am awakening. I got an 11:11. Okay. Anyway, so they said to put it back, but to tell you there was an 11:11. All right. Hi. Thank you much. Thank you for my burger. Appreciate it. Can you close the door? Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got hungry. I don't usually like to eat when I'm doing readings, but I'm really hungry. Mm. This place down the block has the best burgers. All right. Thank you for putting up with me. Cartomancy. Mashallah, all them numbers. So we have 88, 22, and 3. 8 and 8. 88 is 16. 16 reduces to the number 7, the number of the divine number of perfection. Number 22, 2 and 2 reduces to 4, which is perfect for I am aligned, the messaging that you are aligned. Because 4 is the number of balance, solid foundation. And then we have number 3, creativity. Okay. Growth, um two things combining to make another. The thought in my head was pregnancy, which forms a family. I got a ding. I don't know if somebody is pregnant and getting married, recently married and trying to get pregnant. We'll see as we go. I don't know who this is for. This could be for anyone collective, but I'm giving you the messages that are coming through and the ideas that are coming through. It could be for more than one person who ends up watching this. Hmm. I'm being guided to tell the story. So, when I was in high school, I dated somebody who I cared for a great deal and who was born literally 5 minutes before I was. Same date, same time, same general location on the globe, only maybe a mile, couple miles apart from each other. Um, I'm sorry, I just have to eat. I hate to be that rude reader. 5 minutes apart from each other. Um, and what was interesting is that my mom was very young, and I was her first child, and young girl, first child, very young. His was an older lady who I think he was maybe the one, two, three, fourth, fifth, sixth child in the family. She was an older woman, so her kids were older, a little older. Um, when I say older woman, I'm talking 40 something, almost 50. Okay. And she didn't even know that she was pregnant. Um, because it was that time in her life when you would expect your menstruation to stop. And she was always complaining, like, why isn't this damn period gone yet? Sorry guys, if that makes you uncomfortable. Um, ish. But she was always complaining, like, when is this gonna be over? I'm tired of getting my freaking period. Um, she ended up pregnant and not realizing it because she thought, okay, fine, menopause finally hit. And then something happened where she was in she was on a plane headed from visiting family on a plane, and the plane crashed, and she and her husband were some of the very few survivors of the plane crash. She lost relatives. It was very sad, and she was just very traumatized and very, clearly, they rushed her to the hospital to find out that she was pregnant. And um, that miracle baby became somebody who I ended up in a very long term relationship with, and we were only 5 minutes apart, and I loved him dearly, and I still love him to this day, even though in a different way. And I'm very glad that after everything that me and him went through, we are still like on, hi, how you doing terms on social media and stuff, because he's a very special part of my life. Um, his mom was definitely an earth angel. I have no doubt about it. She was an amazing, spiritually grounded woman who helped children and broke a lot of generational cycles. And so I'm remembering her because of the number three, family. That's what I'm getting. Growth, family. Maybe someone's gonna have a baby. And this cherubim, the child who's holding the rings. Did someone find out that a baby was coming? Like maybe a common law couple who've been together, or a couple who love each other, been together for a while, and either were about to tie the knot, officially, or if not about to tie the knot, um, they were kind of avoiding tying the knot, and then they realized that there's an angel coming, this angel, and so they're going to make it official. Whatever it is, congratulations to you, and may your family be protected and blessed, especially in these times. But what they're saying is, again, wealth, alignment, charisma, creativity. Maybe one or both of the parents is in a creative field, or they're new to a job and they're worried about, how it's gonna go. And you're being told that there will be financial stability and abundance. There will be a healthy, solid relationship, uh, stability, in the home. And I'm getting, in terms of charismatic, um, I'm hearing you could sell ice to the Eskimos. So maybe it has to do with some kind of creative, like sales position, or maybe you do something that is creative, but that also crosses over into like sales or advertising or marketing. And saying you could sell ice to the Eskimos, and not to worry, you're gonna be all right. So that's the message I'm getting. I'm being told to remind you that we have this energy here who gives, it said, true answers. True answers. It also is showing me you have to watch your temper. That's the one thing, like maybe part of the creative spark. You have a tendency maybe to be a little bit of a perfectionist, and you know, uh kind of a take charge person when it comes to certain things. Be careful that that doesn't spill over into the marriage, into the home. Guard your temper. Have patience. Love your children. Love your wife. I'm getting that this is your male energy. Enough to know that about yourself, and to guard your temper, guard your words, because if you're worried about what might upset the stability or the union or the situation, it is that. Being told it's not a frequent thing, but that when you do get angry, you please patience. Okay. So anyway, this is past. I don't really know who this is for. It seems like there's some specific messages coming through here. So I'm just going to say what's coming to me. And if it's something that matches up to what it is that you're dealing with, then you'll know. And it'll, hopefully the messages will help you. And if it's not something going on in your life, then the message simply was not for you this time. Maybe another time it will be. I can feel it running through me. I can feel the energy. I can feel it running through me from the crown of my head all the way through down to my toes right now. Oh, shala ana ala she. So whatever it is, it's an important message. Um, okay, first three. This is a cartomancy, not a tarot. So this is Three. We have the three of clubs. That has to do again a creative project, creative endeavor. Uh, I'm wondering if your creative job that you have that I said also maybe overlaps into corporate stuff or whatever. I'm wondering if it um involves travel as well. And maybe you're concerned about like, I'm here starting a family or whatever and weddings, whatever, and all this travel. It's a lot to juggle. It's gonna be okay. You're aligned, remember. Okay, so three of clubs, creative endeavor or success in a creative endeavor. Four of diamonds. Hold on. Anshala. Oh, money. It's little money. It's not as lucrative as you were hoping for it to be, but it's at its beginning. Queen of, we have a queen here, a queen of spades. Now that would be Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. Now, usually, Queen of Spades has kind of a negative connotation. People get very nervous when they see her because she often represents a jealous person, a widow, uh, somebody who's perceived as a kind of overbearing. But that's not necessarily true. She could also represent someone who's highly intellectual or intellectual, a genius, somebody who's highly intellectual, shrewd businesswoman, and somebody who just tells it like it is. Sometimes, in order for a woman to do well, especially in a profession that's male dominated, she has to give off this energy that can often be twisted and misinterpreted as, bitchy energy and stuff. She's a very powerful queen. But those are that's the zodiac. So you can take that and you can pop it into um your phone, which I'm about to do, and we can come up with some dates, birth dates for this person. Right next to her is the Jack of Spades. Not a king, but a Jack. So either it's a union with a woman and a much younger, less experienced in life male, like there's an age gap, or it's her son, her brother, someone who works under her, someone who's close with her, a nephew, Jack of Spades. Now, Jack of Spades often is a law enforcement or a military person. And then we have the 10 of Spades, which represents an ending. Hmm. This is your past. Onshala Olayana. So in the past, you were involved in a creative endeavor um, that was successful, but that didn't make as much money, or it didn't maybe you were expecting it to make money and it benefited you in another way. Maybe it gave you a name for yourself. It gave you stability. Maybe it gave you a footing in your chosen profession. Let's take a look. Let's see what the story is with this. Now, there are some people who read the playing cards exactly as the tarot. That's not, you can do that, but that's not actually how it rolls. Yeah, it represents that you didn't make a lot of money. This is your past again. You had a creative project or endeavor that you started and launched. Um, it was successful. It resulted in some material stability, but it didn't result like in whopping sums of money. You still had to budget, you still had to do things carefully, but your work did pay off. So it was like you got results, but it was over time. It wasn't like you did this one project and you made all this money. It was like you did this project, and by doing it well, managing it well, um, you built a name for yourself. You built a business for yourself. It opened doors for you that allowed you to have other contracts, other uh papers, other, and to keep building, and have other, other contacts, networking. And at first it was a little bit boring. You didn't have a lot of like high profile clients or anything like that, but it grew, began to grow, and built momentum. So it was not a bad thing. And then you have here, um, let me take a look. You built a solid foundation for yourself. Okay. Um, so let's see. I want to just take a look at the Cardarian for a minute for some of my associations. Like, I want to take a look at. I want to take a look at this Three of Clubs for a minute. It is a creative. It's like it mixes corporate, like maybe marketing or sales. Maybe it's advertising, or maybe you design ads. Maybe you design products. You come up with products for marketing. Maybe you do graphics for, say, for example, a food company or a car company. It's like something like that. If like mixes like the creative with the kind of like the corporate and the business and the money side of it. Um, I'm getting visual arts more than I am getting other kinds of art. So, okay, I just want to double check something. It shows steady progress, love, happiness, favorable long term, yeah, favorable long term. Maybe the person that you're uh about to or did end up with is someone you met through your work, through the work that you do. Okay, you were dealt a good hand, but it wasn't pure luck. I mean, luck was involved, but you worked very hard. It says that this is a card that knocks down any negative cards after it. So that's pretty good, because I'm kind of worried about this over here, these spades, but I want to take a look. You have a sense of duty, responsibility, hope. Um, when it's by a diamond, it means that something happy is coming, forthcoming pleasure. Um, strength. It's also saying that in time, it also is a period of 3 to 4 months. So 3 to 4 months, 3 to 4 years. It represents the 5th to the 11th of April. So I don't know if you started something or started your business in April or had a goal to reach a certain spot, a certain whatever by April. Okay. Let's and I just want to check also the correspondences for that 4. I'm learning, so bear with me. But I think I did read it correctly. Yeah, important revelations, hidden treasures. You may have tried something and failed for years, and then you realize that you had to dig in one precise spot and you'll find the chest of gold. You will get an important hint. So it was a creative endeavor that was crowned with success, that was successful. You kind of got your big break, or in a sense, but it wasn't a big break, because what it is that from working hard and diligently, you came up with a good business model, open doors for you, things like that. You're very well respected for what you do. Um, yeah, very well respected. Uh, you had to put in a lot of money. There was a lot of hard work, a lot of trouble, a lot of cost. So maybe there was a lot of competition, but you were able to find, like, how to market yourself, or a new strategy, a new business model, that secret recipe in the cookies that makes yours better than everybody else's, whatever it is. Um, it's solid, solid. It does say that there's been, maybe you got there in a short time, or a shorter time than you expected. Maybe you do have to travel. This now tells me the 15th to the 21st of February, which is the time that we're in now. So maybe it's an anniversary of your business coming up, and you're reflecting, because this is past, on how you got to this space. Maybe you never thought, you would be in the position you're in, making some of the decisions that you're making now, including family or whatever else. I want to see what the situation is with this Queen of Spades. Yeah. See, that this I get a lot of people. She has a very bad connotation, but it's not always that. But you maybe came up against some opposition. There was some slander, people trying to get in the middle of your relationships with others, jealousy, competition. Usually represents somebody who's a brunette, a widow, or a divorce person who is divorced, uh, or a girl who's been abandoned or mistreated. It's someone kind of nasty. People, come up, but getting that energy with this one. But this is when it's isolated, and it says if she has to the right of her a diamond, divorce court, marital matter. Yeah, maybe you had a divorce, or you were previously divorced, or you're going through a divorce. The energy I'm getting is not of a divorce. Maybe you are marrying somebody. Maybe it's your second marriage, or you had a situation and it was hard for you. Let's see what else. Okay, this is somebody who, yeah, there's somebody who really, like, there was a very toxic situation, a relationship with either a spouse, a lover, a girlfriend, um, a a business rival, you know, um, who really wanted to see you fail. It was tough. Uh, Still remember this overshadows all of it. Um, and I'm getting maybe, did you have a situation where you were in a marriage or common law marriage, a long-term relationship with somebody who maybe wasn't loyal to you? We have this Jack here. Um, or maybe if there was a child, a son, um, kind of turned you kids against you, or had the kid like kind of like a spy or a third party. I'm sorry if that is what happened, but it's saying that this is over. They were trying to end you, but they ended. They ended. So this is if you were asking a specific question about your past, the answer is no. However, you still walk away with the solid financial situation. So maybe when you went through this divorce, this person tried to take you to the cleaners, to take everything, but your chonies, and maybe those two, and it didn't pan out the way that they hoped, and you still were able to walk out of it with the stability from your business, right? There, you were still able to have that you built. So while it may have been heartbreaking or upsetting, you still had something to fall back on to rebuild with. That's the energy I'm getting, and that this cycle is now over, and I hope you have healed from it. Okay, so that's past, present. See what's up. Can you use a different deck? Should I use a different deck? What would you like me to do? I'm asking. I said use a different one. Use the golds for the clarifiers. Okay, get another black deck or the same deck. Another black deck. Okay, cool. Oh, being guided. I have so many playing card decks. I have off the charts. Okay, thank you. So we'll use this one. It's a brand new deck. I have tons of them, but who's hiding? The Joker. All right, so usually we remove the Jokers, the Fools. Remove them. Be guided to remove them this time. Okay, they're telling me to shuffle because it's a brand new deck, so the cards were in order. And they tell me one, ask. I haven't. These don't have my energy and my vibration on yet. Seek. Onkalayana alasea amalakiana halas. Onkalayana alasea. Ma alashina alakiana sashaya kalanasea. Okay, so this is your present. Yeah, can you give me the next card? Thank you. Eight of spades. Hmm. Okay. The eight of spades. I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. You have a lot of spades. You have a lot of odds. You've really been through the mill, haven't you? Alayana Alakiana Sea. You've really been through the mill. You've been have a lot of ops. You have the three of spades. So yeah, third party interference. Okay, three of spades. You have the six of clubs. Okay, six of clubs. Very cool. We have the eight of hearts, which I'm really happy to see. Okay. And you have, wow. Okay, so in Cartomancy, the two of clubs, Superbio, this is the highest card you, this is like the highest, this is like the snake eyes, the great awakening. So wow. So since that situation that you had where you were apparently dealing with somebody who was toxic, angry, jealous, negative, um, your partner, but also a rival to you. Um, and apparently, the energy I'm getting is that this person was not loyal to you in the relationship. And I'm sorry because that's very hurtful. And you felt very betrayed. And the energy that I'm getting is that, it ended, it was not a nice ending. It was not. It was not a nice ending. It was very difficult uh divorce, and it was not a nice ending. It was very painful. You really had a lot of healing to do before going into another relationship with somebody. Um, fortunately though, you still had what you built. Your creative project, your business, your good reputation, uh, among those who knew you, you know, and your money. And like wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough that you weren't ripped off or taken for a ride or whatever, but through this and so much that you ended up destitute. You still had what, you know, most of or a good portion of what you built so that you weren't like out on the street or whatever as a result of this. But it seemed like that was the direction this person was trying to go, and I'm very sorry. But it's pretty bad, you know. So now we have still a no answer. So I don't know what your question was about the present, but whatever the question was, it's a no regarding your present situation. What stands out though here is this Eight of Hearts, which is a great card. It represents somebody, represents love. Like it's really cool. So I'm gonna explain it. So I'm gonna start with this eight of. I get worried when I see a lot of spades. um. So the thing about hardships and conflicts is that we learn and we grow through them. So they're part of life and they're difficult, but we grow through them. They're necessary sometimes. You know what I mean? Like for example, you got to get sick for your immune system to build up. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, things like that. So eight of spades, work related obstacles, restrictions, challenges that really require mental fortitude and decisive action to overcome, a need for restructuring, dealing with frustration. We have rage. Was it a an abusive relationship where maybe the female was toxic and abused the abuser, a narcissist? I'm sorry, man. Um, you need a lot of decisive action and mental fortitude, restructuring, dealing with frustration, managing stressful situations within a career or professional context. Uh, heavy workloads, difficult class, a lot of professional stress. Uh, you really had to be on your toes. Uh, I'm gathering that you were in a similar creative field, and this person not only, when the stuff started to break down and you were dealing with the divorce, it affected you professionally because a lot of your contacts, your personal, your social contacts were also business contacts. And this person really tried to drag you through the mud and mess up your business reputation. This is somebody who wanted to ruin you, like crush you. So you had nothing. So you're like on the street, like with nothing, you know? Um, I don't know why they were in that energy. Um, I'm gathering here that you didn't deserve it. Um, like the cards are not showing you having been unfaithful or you having, what the motivate, you know what I mean? What the motivation be. So I'm very sorry, about that. Um, you had to make a lot of decisions about who to cut off, who to stop doing business with, what to invest your money in. And apparently you made the right ones because you had this four here. Um, it shows that there was a third party energy caused by a third party energy. This dynamic duo over here. Um, so yeah, I see that the three of spades. Um, here it kind of represents the same as it kind of does in the tarot, or the three of spades. I just want to see something else here. Yeah, a change of plans that results in emotional pain and a broken heart. Yeah, she really, really hurt you. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry. Okay, so then after that though, you have a six of clubs. So it starts to pick up. Things start to pick up. This is your present, okay? This is your present. So presently, you have to really make a lot of decisive actions, like off with their head. You know what I mean? Like, may have to burn some bridges, may have to work with people you never thought you'd work with or take risks as well. But a lot of decisive actions on what you're gonna do with your energy, what you're gonna do with your money. You know, you have to be careful. Uh, yeah, really careful. A lot of mental tenacity. You really have to be careful not to take what happened to you out on other people and make decisions that are based on wounds that are still unhealed. But for the most part, you're doing a great job. You really are. And you still have the third party energy kind of hanging over you. Um, at times trying to interfere with your plans, but it's not really doesn't have as much power as you might think. And as you heal, it'll have less power over you. Um, you're going to start to, if you haven't already, started to see that your decisions and your choices, what you've learned from this experience that you're applying, it's helping you get rid of those obstacles. Um, it's helping you have success, and I got a confirmation. Obstacles and blocks on your money, on your path, on your goals for yourself are being dissolved. And it's not by the Most High. It's by you yourself loving yourself and really kind of getting down to the nitty gritty and looking at things very logically, like very like almost black and white, logically, hardly any gray area, and making really sound decisions for your money, for your art, for your emotions, for your health. I'm getting health. This may have started to affect your physical and your health as well as your mental and spiritual health, and you're making really, really good decisions. Your personal goals and your projects are advancing favorably. People who knew you then stood by you because they knew that this was bullshit and saw it or for what it was, and other people now are starting to see it for what it was. You've brought in new people into your business or your situation or creative project that are really wonderful people because you've learned to discern better, who to bring into your energy. Um, you're learning as you're going. You might have gone to take a few classes or something in business, things related to your business to develop your business to help you do it better. Um, this is you're very, very, very creative, passionate, and ambitious and intelligent individual. Very, and you deal with people, even though what you went through, you're still dealing with people as a genuinely good, loving person. You know, um, like you're not making illogical decisions based on emotions or heart, but people see that you're genuinely a loving, amazing person, a person of integrity, and a person who's genuinely good at what they do. Um, it says that y- your business or whatever, media reading, maybe you're a social media content manager, like I said, graphics, uh, things like that. Some of the issues that were causing you tension and stress are it's over. It's gone. It's it. It's gone. It's just a matter of picking up the pieces now, and you're doing wonderfully. And here we have, after that progress, towards your goals, we have, and this is what I really dig, the eight of, I want to just check. It says you've worked really hard. You know, it's also the card of tiredness, intuition. You get stuck sometimes. You get tired. Um, you've worked really hard. You need to watch uh your energy. You need to rest. Okay. Um, there's been a lot of good networking. Um, you've gotten in with some mentors or some people who have been good sources of leads, contacts, networking opportunities, advice. Um, it's helped you build more on that foundation that you started. You should be really proud of yourself. You passed the test, man, on adversity. You really did. You haven't completed, but you're on your way to passing that, man. You should really be proud of yourself. Okay, so now that you're starting to clear that away, here come the Eight of Hearts. I don't see a lot of hearts here at all. This is the only heart. And I'm getting in my head the Yes song, owner of a lonely heart, owner of a lonely heart, da, 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 owner of a broken heart. So you're starting to heal and you're starting to get ready to think about your emotional fulfillment. Now, this is an eight, which is the card of justice, the card of balance, the number, and we have the eight here, 88. I am wealthy, right? So let's see, we have 88, which reduces to 16, which is a 7. Then we have a 22, which reduces to 4, which 7 and 4 is then 11, which reduces to 2 and the 3. And then we got the 3, that's 5, transformation. So you're in a period of transformation. Amazing. Amazing. And looking over it all, you have 9. Transformation near completion. You're gonna reach your goal, bro. You're gonna make some money. And you're gonna be happy. You're gonna have apparently this divine union. child. See a lot of good stuff going on here. So the Eight of Hearts usually represents a person in cartomancy. Um, it it represents a female, a brunette. Sometimes wait, no, if it's the Eight of Spades, it's brunette. It's the Hearts. It represents a fair-haired woman. Okay, sometimes with revenge, yeah, a fair-haired woman. Might be in the medical profession. Um, no, a nurse, somebody who cares about people. Eight of Hearts is somebody who loves you, who protects you, loves you, stands by you. It's usually um yeah, a protective, nurturing, caring person, maybe a girlfriend, a lover. Um it's very positive. It balance, justice. Was this person maybe a friend who got you through this difficult time and now like you're more than friends? That's the impression I'm getting. Um Emotional balance, healing, compatibility, cooperation, meeting of hearts, harmony, a peacemaker. This is someone who loves you back. You're in love with this person, they love you back. Okay? Um they reciprocate. It's like totally different energy from the one that you were dealing with before. Um yeah, this is your wish fulfillment in this person. This is your soulmate. This is your lover. This is somebody very special to you. If this is a person who's maybe a friend who who you had who helped you through stuff, who is like living at a long distance from you, and that person has recently moved from where they were back to this area, if you were like hoping that person would come back and that you would resume a relationship with them. Maybe you had a situation in the past where you had a choice between two women, because I'm getting that this is a heterosexual and it's a male energy I'm reading for. That's the impression I'm getting. So I'm gathering intuition spirit is telling me that there was a situation where you had a choice between two women and you chose a woman and she turned out to not work out. And you were kind of sad and that this person um because they're such a wonderful person, even though you didn't choose them and they were kind of hurt by it, you were still friends. You kind of knew each other and they were kind of there to help you through it. And this person came back into your life and you guys are together or about to be together. And this is amazing. This is the person you should have been with before. Um, this is person genuinely loves you, loyal. I mean, there's nothing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Uh, really, it is. This is also something indication of somebody who gets is really good. Like maybe it's a family business, and that's why. Um, a good teamwork, being able to get along with people, get along with your boss, get along with your coworkers. Maybe this is somebody who when you were in business, they would get involved in your business relationships and your stuff and cause discord and problems because they were so nasty that they couldn't get along with people and you lost a lot of contracts and stuff because of it. Like they even stick their nose maybe in projects or areas that were really not their job to be involved in and that really caused a lot of problems. Kind of like a thing where, let's say you're in the music business, like she was the Yoko Ono. I don't like to say that because I don't think necessarily Yoko was a negative thing, but it was a problem. She caused, people she's so nasty. Like people would stop working with you or not really deal with you too much. in your it's creative field. So she's kind of messing stuff up, you know. This is the opposite. This person is very kind. She helps you sometimes with your work, and people love her. She's a thrill to work with. She brings harmony. She's somebody who's diplomatic and a good problem solver, creative problem solver, kind of think outside of the box person, and she's good at she's a good diplomat. She's good at when people are in disagreement, like resolving conflict. Um, she's like a guardian angel to you, a deeply spiritual person. Um, she might be the type of person that does a lot of volunteer work. Um, it's really okay, amazing. And then after that, you have like the best in Cartomancy. This is like the best right here. Your great awakening, your realization, the realization uh, of what it is that your goal was. And now I'm getting the song in your eyes, the light, the heat in your eyes. I am complete in your eyes. I can see the doorway of 1,000 churches in your eyes. You're the resolution of all my fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes. This is snake eyes, his eyes. This is like you met your partner, you're moving towards your financial goals. Um, you've overcome a great deal of adversity and pain, which you are still healing from. But this person knows how to be there for you in your healing. The only thing, please watch your temper and watch your mouth and the sharp things that you say. Um, and don't project stuff that's still unhealed onto this union. It isn't deserved, and you'll lose her. And she is amazing. This woman, this person. I don't see her face. She didn't come up as a face card. So it may be someone you're thinking of connecting with who you haven't connected with yet. It may be someone you're thinking of proposing to. I see the rings, or you're thinking of making a love offering to, or starting a relationship with. If that's the case, she's perfect. This is your counterpart coming towards you. Um, amazing. But you still have work to do. You have to work on your temper. Okay? You really do. You really need to. Anger management, um, whatever it is. Okay? You cannot take out the past on this person. So it's important that, you take your time, but not take your time so much that you're messing up the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They're saying take another set of cards. All right. Another set of black cards, they're saying. I don't know if I want to use these because these are I see, it doesn't really matter, but the symbolism in them might be a bit, uh, might throw the reading off. Some of the symbolism. Oh, cha-cha. I don't think I have much of a choice. Could use the tarot. I wanted it to be a straight numerical one, but we could. Spirit, what would you like me to do? They're saying go ahead and use that deck. Don't worry about the skull symbols on them. Okay, I shall. I shall do as instructed. Okay. Okay, cool. I will. I'll do it. All right. They're not like my other Mercos cards, so they work, I guess. Again, Joker's out. You know, you're breaking in my new deck, yo. Immediately I saw the 9 of clubs, just so that you're aware. It's not a bad card. Okay, so okay, we're gonna shuffle brand new. I'm sorry if this is taking long. I hope this is helpful to whoever this is for. I think that you don't usually realize how toxic uh, a situation was, or how much the narcissistic or toxic patterns and energies you had with someone, how deeply they affected and perhaps changed you, until you're out of it for a while. And you don't realize sometimes that you might be taking it out on the next innocent person because you don't realize that you even like caught some of the poison. So spirit is saying self-awareness and integrity, like being willing to admit when you're wrong, and good communication is super important. Not being afraid to say, I messed up, I'm sorry, and to like amend it, right away. Communication especially is key, and saying that that's the strong part here, is that you're really good communicator and you're good communicating with this person, and this is a person who's very good at reciprocating that. And so that will help you through some of the difficulties, but you have to really be mindful, please, of your tongue and your temper. And that there might be a situation where this person gets pregnant and you kind of tie the knot. Not because you don't want to. You want to be with this person, but because now it's like, okay, we gotta maybe do this for legal reasons or insurance reasons or whatever to make sure this kid is okay. But it's not something you're doing because, like, you know what I mean? Like, you probably would have ended up uh, tying the knot anyway. That's what I'm seeing, because you generally end up crazy about each other. But that kind of, hey, dude, what's up here? You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. So, I mean, if that's not something you're looking for now and you're freaking out, it may not apply to you. It may apply to someone else who has a similar kind of trajectory or similar timeline, or it may be something that's going to happen in the future. And when it happens at that time, it'll be something you're ready for. Who knows? Seeing the 9 of diamonds. So that's future 9 of diamonds. Allah halashe kia halashe. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Whoa, they said popped right up out of me. Sometimes I was saying to myself, sometimes we don't tell everything we see or hear because either it won't be believed anyway or it's no good. I see the king of clubs, very positive guy, father-in-law figure, uh, mentor, guide, spiritual advisor, teacher, lawyer. Oh, wait. He wanted to poke his head in. Oh, maybe an ancestor, spirit guide who's with you, a father figure. It might be a thing where you are thinking of posing or thinking of moving this to the next level, and you have a father figure who has passed, and you wish he was here to help you through it. I want you to know that he is here. That was his saying hello through the cards. I am here. He was waving. I don't know if you realized. I didn't really put the picture up there. Allah Yana, Allah Shea. Yeah, you don't walk alone. Know that. You may feel like you do, but you don't walk alone. Again, they went crazy. I see the three of hearts trying to come up. I see the five of diamonds trying to come up. The two of diamonds. I see again the six of clubs. You're being told that like things are going to be amazing. Okay. Okay. They're also saying keep, you might be tempted to cheat on this young lady. Don't self-sabotage like that. This one may find out that you're eyeing this other one and try to pop back into your life. And oh, I'm so sorry, and reminisce on the old times. Don't take the bait. Don't let anybody sabotage what you built, especially not for a stupid one. I think don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Okay. So we got the ace of clubs, which is very good. A lot of creative energy. That ding, big dick energy. A lot of creative energy. Yeah, be careful. Keep it in your pants. Don't let this chick or anybody else ruin what's here, what's coming. Let's see what else. We have we had the nine of diamonds, which I'm kind of liking. Even though that's not necessarily, I'll tell you why. We have again there it is, the two of clubs in your future, the two of clubs. Queen of diamonds. Hmm, that's really strange. Nine of spades and jack of diamonds. Okay, this is a warning. I'm gonna put this aside for a minute. What I'm seeing though is that the nine of hearts is trying to come out, wish fulfillment. They're saying to put it back in, but remember, there's a warning. There's a warning about Queen of Diamonds and the Jack of Diamonds, who aren't necessarily honest and getting mother-in-law, older woman, uh, money. Be careful of how money is arranged. I don't know if it's with this new person's family. Again, we got the six of clubs again. You got it again, mirrored right here. She is your rock. She's at the center of your success. Like, wow, amazing. A lot of transformative stuff going on, healing stuff, right? Yeah, I'm getting like an aunt, a relative, in that Queen of Diamonds and Jack of Diamonds. And Jack of Diamonds represents sometimes a thief or a businessman, like a slick salesperson, like a snake oil salesman guy. Jack of Diamonds is my card. But this one I didn't get a positive connotation because they had in between them with them came the nine of spades. Not good. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. Two people that act as kind of a unit or related to each other telling you, spirits telling you be careful. Yeah, they're telling you be careful. Can we have the last card, please? In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, the final card in here. You know who they are. Someone in your either soon to be like fiance or whatever's family or your family unit, you know who they are. Um, oh, yeah, saying gotta put an end to that. Saying, well, yeah, oh no, yeah. And again, the Eight of Hearts, there she is. You're gonna get the girl, you're gonna get the job, you're gonna get the house, you're gonna end up with stuff. So basically, we have here the Nine of Diamonds, Okay, I'm gonna just check that for you again. I just want to double check it. I don't want to. Yeah. So nine of diamonds, fame, and I'm getting it. Fame, what you want when things are hollow. Fame, 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 fame. And I'm also getting, I want to live forever. And then after that, I'm getting, baby, I'm a star. Hey, look me over. Tell me if you like what you see. Hey, I may not have enough money, but I'm rich on personality. Baby, I'm a star. Fame and fortune, travel, creative energy, a very good sex life as well. A lot of creative. You're a very talented individual. You're going to meet a lot of famous creative people, and you're going to be one of them. You're going to be able to work with celebrities. You're going to be able to have some really awesome projects. If you haven't been able to do that already, or if you did that in the past and lost it, it's going to be returned. Here it is with your card again. Here it is again. Your Superbio, your Snake Eyes, your Great Awakening. You're gonna reach your goals. You're gonna have learned a lot. You're gonna have evolved a lot as a person, healed a lot, evolved spiritually. Um, Here it is again. Here it is again. It's gonna be a lot of hard work still. You're gonna be tired sometimes, but this is good. And then here she is. Here she is again. And I'm getting the cars. Here she comes again. And oddly, I'm getting my best friend's girlfriend. My best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl, but she used to be mine. I don't know how that rolls out, but you're gonna end up with this chick. Um, you just better treat her right, because you'll lose her. The gifts that spirit gives you that you throw away, you know, you don't fight for. You don't work to maintain, you're going to lose. So don't let this toxicity cause you to self sabotage. So I don't even think I need any clarifiers. Um, if you had a question about your future, the answer is no. However, it's a cautious no. It's not a straight out no. And with it, you have fame and fortune and somebody that you genuinely love and can trust on your arm on that red carpet, yo. And that's like kind of like a little fairy. Like, what amazing like fairy tale story. And looking over it all is this angel here, divine grace. This is given you by the grace of God. Uh, it's a karmic reward. Um, I want to look into these angels. I'm guided to look into the angels, and I'm being told that when I look into them, it will make even more sense to you, whoever you are. So it's Aladia, number 10. Eladia embodies divine grace, forgiveness, and healing. She helps release past burdens, provides spiritual regeneration, fosters success in personal endeavors. There you go. Taurus. She's associated with the 15th to 20th degrees of Taurus. So this, are you a Taurus? Or is the lady that you're about to be in union with a Taurus? Interesting. 6 to 10th Taurus. She's a very powerful agent of healing, curing diseases. Remember, I told you this situation started to impact your physical health. She provides relief from moral failures. She helps with the forgiveness end of karma. I just finished saying a karmic reward, a karmic grace. Yeah. She offers protection to those who truly seek to correct past mistakes. You see that? You're the type of person that's willing to say when you've been wrong, you know, and that has really gotten you far. Um, and not just say when you've been wrong, actually then turn around and work to do better. So she protects you. She protects those seeking to correct past mistakes, and she helps to remove negative energies from your life. So she's working with you. She assists in spiritual and emotional healing and aids in bringing about success, prosperity, and the necessary inspiration for new projects. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee. Her colors are orange and purple. She's associated with the stone opal. She's the angel called upon for overcoming difficult life altering situations, providing emotional stability, enabling people with a fresh start by freeing individuals from the weight of the past. There it is. I saw it. Whatever this is, you're going to heal from and overcome it. Most definitely. What a powerful angel. And then we see that the marriage, you're yeah, it you saying to yourself, I'm never gonna get married again. Yes, you are, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. She's called the angel of second chances. She gives you the ability to let go of and forgive everything and to resolve and forgive yourself and move forward. Angel number 10. Amazing, 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 amazing. Um, yeah, amazing. Wow, amazing. Significant days again, January 18th, 30th of March, June 12th, June 13th, August 27th, and November 8th. Okay? Yeah. You might want to deal with some of her colors, or you might want to invoke her sometimes when you're having difficulty. And the way that you do that is simply through Psalm 33:22. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee. Aladia, I call upon your grace to help me cleanse my past mistakes, bring regeneration to my body and my spirit, help me to start anew with integrity and health. Okay, understand though that you should not be praying to angels. You pray to the Most High, but you can ask them for guidance. In the name of the Most High, you can ask them for guidance. Now, this one. Now, it's said in Kabbalic belief that you have three angels and then one a lower or demonic spirit who serves you. You know, um, I am very, very wary of calling up on any energy, but especially one that I already know is to be a low vibration or a demonic one. So I don't mess with it. Okay, I just don't. Um, and I don't recommend that anyone else do. but he deals with uh the spirits of the dead, burials. Okay. He does answer the questions of those who summon him truthfully. He bestows riches, eloquence, and wisdom on the summoner. Um, I just want to check. I'm going to check some references for you in a second. He's usually summoned to gain wealth, wisdom, and eloquence and to move spirits from place to place. I wouldn't mess with it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't mess with it. Um, don't use the name because public acknowledgement allows you, as an offering. Huh. Okay. So that's the deal. Um, Now there was there was a queen of diamonds, a jack of diamonds, and the nine of spades. Be careful of that person. Um, First I want to check correspondences for something. Hold on. Okay, the eight of hearts um usually deals with the new moon, which is a new beginning of a new cycle. Yeah. You may have a romantic getaway with this person where you'll pop the question, or a romantic getaway with this person. It represents an engagement. Yeah, union of two lovers, marriage. Just want to check something in Cardarium. Yeah, it hurts. Okay. Yeah, a lot of success in love, fulfilling long-term relationship with the person you genuinely love. You will have a happy marriage, free of domestic sorrows and misfortune, and great satisfaction with children. You're gonna have a kid by this person. You're gonna have a baby. And you don't guys don't think it's possible because you might be older. Remember, I told you the story at the beginning. I was moved to tell you the story. That woman, she ended up having a baby at a late age, and he was healthy and strong and wonderful. Uh, I just want to check something on that person. This is a person who represented people in the old cards. You're gonna end up with some money. You're gonna win money. You'll be given a sum of money. Really succeed well in your business, like bigger than your wildest dreams. And they're saying she's fair-haired, a blonde, light-haired woman. You'll be in a very fulfilling situation. And it says the 22nd to the 28th of February. The 22nd to the 28th of February. So either this proposal, she's gonna say yes, okay? I ruined it. Engagement proposal is gonna occur that last week, 22nd to the 28th of February, or you're going to be married the 22nd, 28th of February, or you're going to see this happen, the success happen on the 22nd to 28th of February. It may not be this month, it may be next year, the 22nd to 28th of February. This woman may have been born during that time, which I believe makes her a Pisces. Yeah, yeah, Pisces. It would make her a Pisces. Intuition, imagination, and compassion. It represents Pisces. Ruling planet is Neptune, and they are very compatible with the Earth sign of Taurus. So there you go. And I just want to check something else. This person's angels. Guardian is either Rochelle, the physical guardian. Yeah, which would make her diplomatic, distinguished in law, knowledge of the customs and spirit of the laws of all people, finds lost or hidden objects, rules over fortune, renown, succession, philosophy, scholar, protects those who wish to progress spiritually. Okay, so this person is going to be a very intelligent person. Like I said, a diplomat, somebody who knows the law, you know, maybe a lawyer, somebody, uh, amazing. I'm very happy for you. Um, I'm being told work on that temper still. Don't be lazy. Don't take her for granted. Don't be neglectful. I want to see something under the angel number 10. You may have been born between May 4th and May 8th. Okay. Your servant is handles philosophy, moral and natural logic arts, and the virtues of all herbs and plants. Heals distempers and gives good familiars. Okay. So who is this here? Just be careful of this energy here, okay? Who's been wreaking havoc on your life, okay? Um, that's your reading. Um, I really don't think there's any other. I mean, really, I don't need any clarifiers. I see it. What I will do is I'll add up the numbers, okay? So let's do it. We'll start with the very tip top calculator. There you go. So we have number 10, number 26, number 88, number 22, number 3, another 3, another 4. Let's see, Jack. It's not like in tarot, so it's Jack, Queen, King. So it's 11, 12. 12 is a queen. 11 is a jack. We have a 10. We have an 8, another one. We have a 3. We have a 6. We have another 8. We have a 2. We have a 9. A 1. That's the one ace that you have, is the ace of clubs. So keep it in your pants, and a whole mess of creative energy is amazing. Creative mind you have. Okay, so when added all up, the numbers is 242. Okay, 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Number of abundance. There you go. You're being promised abundance, fortune, wealth. Um, Spiritually, you're at the number 9. Let's see. The only hearts you have are 8s. So again, lots of abundance when it comes to that. But those are the only hearts there. I don't see a lot of hearts there, but it's a huge heart. It represents a person coming your way. So let's see. We have how many? 1, 2, 2 8s, 3 8s. You have 3 8s in a reading. Yeah, there's a mind shift. There's a mindset shift. A period of intense activity, rapid movement, and a very significant positive transformation. Your inner strength and resilience have been tested or are being tested, but you do possess the necessary power to overcome challenges and end a stagnant phase. There is a time of productivity and potential that may sometimes feel overwhelming. It's going to come rapidly. There's a rapid development, flurry of activity, fast paced changes. The need to apply focus, dedication, hard work to achieve mastery. You must move past mental barriers. You have to move past this 8 of Swords, and and apply effort in order to move forward. 3 8s are associated with marriage. You're getting married, bro. The presence of these cards suggests a shift from thought into action. It's gonna be quick. Um, this chick's gonna be swept off her feet, or you're gonna be swept off of yours, or both. So there's that. So there's the 8s, and you have in twos. 1, 2. You have 2 2s. That's good. Actually, you have 2 2s, and then you have the 22. Then you have more 8s here. Look at all these 8s. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Look at all of them. And you have a 4 foundation. So your foundation was solid, which I said before. 3s. You have 2 3s. 2 3s. No, you have 3 3s. You have 3 3s in the reading. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, you're gonna have a kid. Eventually. A beautiful kid. 3. Again, threes, a period of intense growth, rapid development, and the rapid and tangible manifestation of ideas. Busy, productive, and social phase, highlighting themes of collaboration, creative expression, and necessary, though sometimes painful, changes. Tangible results, community interaction, forward momentum. Teamwork, creative expression, emotional fulfillment, moving forward with a vision. Importance of community effort instead of solitary work. You got to come out of your hermit mode. Um, you have two sixes. Yep. Well, this was a very positive reading, and I'm glad it was a positive one. And I hope that I was helpful to you in whatever your question was. Um, I wish you success. I wish you well. Please hang in there. Just remember, even when positive things happen, you need to remember self-care because sometimes, like, even happy things can be stressors. So, again, watch your tongue, watch your temper. Don't take the love that's coming to you for granted. Don't take out your past issues on that person, and really, do your absolute best, to continue to be that person who operates integrity, including moral and personal integrity. Don't be afraid to admit when you are wrong and to change, to work on it. Nothing's ever perfect. um Beware of that queen of diamonds. Now, the queen of diamonds, so it's a diamond, so it's going to be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, a older woman, 35 and up, and you really need to be wary of her. She comes or works in tandem with a male, a younger male energy. That I don't get that it's a partner. I get that it's a nephew. Um, I'm getting the in-law energy, or maybe, long lost relative energy. You know what I mean? That's the energy I'm getting from that. Um, please, the nephew is kind of like a snake oil salesman. He's a good salesman, shrewd and stuff, but sometimes manipulative. I'm getting, a kind of a negative on there, the negative side of that card. So please, like, be careful um with those individuals. I don't know if they're in-laws, friends, like I said, relatives who kind of come back into the picture, or what the deal is with that, but you need to be wary, please, of it and careful of it, because it's not good stuff. Spirit's telling you to be wary of them. Don't put them in charge of any money. Don't feel that you owe them anything. You hear what I'm saying? Because you don't. And if you need to re-look at this again, write it down, do so. Um, but don't, you know, don't entertain the bullshit. I don't know what else to say. um, yeah, I'm gonna put these back. And I know that was really long. It took me a long time, but I have a feeling it's gonna really resonate with somebody. It was a very specific message. Um, and and I hope, like I said, I hope it helped. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna close it out. Father God, thank you for guiding us through this reading. Thank you for using me to send messages of uh, positivity and guidance to somebody who's been through quite a bit. It was a really hard situation in that other relationship. Father God, thank you for helping me to give this person hope and using me to bring direction, advice, counsel to help them reach the divine purpose that you whispered in their ear when they were in the home. Thank you, God, for bringing transformation and healing to this person in their love life, and their spiritual life, and their financial life. Father God, please clear out the energies in this room, have them return back to their prospective places and senders. Thank you for allowing clear and honest, truthful messages to come through. Please protect this seeker as they go along their path. Protect this seeker, protect this seeker's family. And I thank you for allowing us to connect with the divine messaging codes. We know that in you we can do all things. We know that you are the truth. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Amen.